Hello, YouTube. Another hot take. Could be doing laundry right now, but we were only on duty like 9 hours today. Really good for it being an overmiles job. Um, on this job I bidded in at work, it's a different run. We don't go on overtime till 12 hours and 22 minutes, but we get paid over miles, so it kind of fluctuates. Basically, we have it averaged out. If you can get off between, if you, Jesus, if you can get off before 10 hours and 35 minutes on duty, the ball is in your court. If you have to work past 10 hours and 35 minutes, the company's got you. So the goal is really just to get off kind of before 10 hours on this run. And it's 200. It's a 201-mile run. Now I know there's guys out west that probably have like a 300-mile run, or something like that. I know the going down the CNO and TP. Going from Danville to Chattanooga, it's 222 miles. Going from Knoxville to Danville, it's 201 miles. So other people do have longer runs, but really been burning the roads up and really sitting there. You kind of have that, and like right now, you have like driving amnesia. Like if you're going to the beach and you're like, well, I guess we went through there. You just driving, looking at the road, trying to keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise, and you just drive. You just go. Clear Norwood, clear Norwood, track 1. But here's another hot topic. Glock. They're discontinuing some of these Glocks, and my only thing is more power to them. I have a Glock. I'm actually selling one tomorrow. Well, actually, sorry, it's falling in a river tomorrow. I'm just letting everybody know. And then the Glock, not gonna fall in a river. It's gonna fall in a river another day. But and there's people that I'm friends with, and I know this might, step on some toes, but a Glock does what it's supposed to do. Every time you pull the trigger, it goes bang. But the grip angle sucks, trigger sucks, sights suck, zero adjustability. I mean, absolutely zero. If you drop it and you hit it somewhere, there's no adjusting it back. You got to push it out, push another one in. Hope you got it centered up just perfect. Or if not, you're going to be shooting everywhere. You can't just adjust it. You can't screw it on and then adjust it with a screw. You got to slide it in there and hope that you get it right. But I digress. That's really the only gripes I have with the Glock. There's better options out there for the same price. For the same price point, you can get such a better pistol. You can get such a better 9mm high-capacity pistol. You honestly can. Used, new, you can get so much better. And stuff that's optics ready. Stuff that it's ready to mount a light on. Stuff that's just as light. Stuff that's made out of steel. I mean, just stuff with better triggers, better grip angles. I know they say Glock perfection. Yeah. I have a Glock. I have a Glock 17 Gen 2. My papa bought it for me. It was a gift, and I can't tell you how many rounds I've shot through it. It's probably been the mid to upper thousands. It's probably been around 5,000 rounds. Never had a malfunction. Never had a misfire, failure to feed, failure to battery, failure to eject. I've never had any issues like that. But I've never had any issues out of my CZ75 either. Never had any issues out of... I've never had any issues out of a revolver. Never had any issues out of... I can't say that. I have had an issue. Never had an issue out of a Ruger Mark IV. And it being a 22, I've never had an issue with it. Knock on wood. Never had an issue with a 1911. You know, all these guns that, you know, I have and other people have never had an issue with, and they're just better to shoot. And the thing is about the Glock is it's not the Glock. It's the guys who use it. It's the guys like, well, it's not a Glock, you know. And here's the thing about a lot of these guys. They're not even into guns. They're really not. A lot of these YouTube channels, a lot of these other things. I was watching a guy. I'll actually say it was James Reeves. I think his name is Firearm TV or something channel. I think his name is James Reeves. Anyways, I've watched. He said it in a video with, I think it was with Clint Smith, and he said he shot a 30-06, and he was like, "Oh, I don't really know anything about a 30-06." And someone who comes from guns is like, "You don't know anything about a 30-06? You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about the caliber, the weapons it's been used in, the wars it's been used in, for the thousands, tens of thousands of millions of animals, of deer, of elk, bear, heck, even in Africa, some of the things that it's taken down, you don't know anything about it." And then it occurred to me, a lot of these guys are not gun guys. They're EDC bros. That is their thing. You know, there's somebody, and you watch some of these videos, and I don't even know the people's names and the channel's names because I really don't watch them. I see them and I swipe and I click off of it. And he says, "What's your everyday carry?" Who talks like that? Who honestly talks like that? What's your everyday carry? You know, oh, I have a Glock 19X, and I have a Surefire light, and I have a certain pin, you know, and I have this a Spyderco knife, you know. And like, okay, you know, what's my everyday carry? Well, I can't carry at work. I'll be fired, and probably charged with, you know, other federal offenses. I usually carry just a regular case sod buster, or my cold steel, I think 8010, I think it is. I have a cigarette lighter on me, usually a pack of cigarettes, and I have probably one G2 ballpoint pen, and then some other crappy hotel pens that I've picked up, you know, maybe a broken pencil or something like that. And you know, what wallet do you carry? Oh, I carry this slim. I carry a Fossil wallet that's fallen apart that I bought when I was 14 years old. And most of the time, the wallet, I paid more for the wallet than how much money's in it. You know, and then all this other, what belt are you wearing? I'm wearing a core belt, and core belts are good. I'm wearing an Old Navy Special. That's what belt I'm wearing. I mean, just all this stuff, and like I said, they're not really, and there's people, and I've been to gun stores, pawn shops, you know, gun shows, and these guys are real. These guys are really everyday carry bros, just like some of these people, you know, like you know, I know there's a channel called the Fragrance Bros, but there's like really guys who are clone bros, who are blue fragrance bros, and who are cologne bros. I mean, they're really people like that out there, and that's all they are. And this has turned into two video topics in one. But I'll just go ahead and kill two birds with one stone. That way, nobody else has to watch another one of my terrible videos. And that's why people don't like Glock. That's why a lot of guys are turning away from the SIG P320, and this is why I resent the P365. The P365 is it's great. It's probably better than a Glock for an everyday carry pistol. It really probably is. Has an extremely slim profile. It goes bang, just like how the Glock does. You don't have to worry about about the Glock take up safety. It's it is, as long as you have trigger discipline, it's safe. But there's it's probably the best. But you go on the Sig Sauer Facebook group and you listen to the guys talk about it. Oh, what's the best optic for this? Okay, it's a pistol that's made to it barely fits in your hand, and you want to put an optic on it. You want to put a light on it. The optic and the light is going to weigh more than the dang pistol does. Why? This pistol is not made for precision shooting. It's made for a guy that's running at you, or someone that's within about 20 feet of you, and you're supposed to go bang about 5 to 6 times till he drops. And then you're supposed to eject your magazine, clear your weapon, and wait for the police to come. That's what it's for. And that's why the revolvers have worked so well over the years. That's why a lot of old guys still carry revolvers, because they know what to do. This idea of, I need a Glock 19 with a light, an optic, and two 15-round mags. What are you going to do? Shoot 30 rounds? Really? You're in a crowd of people, and you're going to shoot 30 rounds. And more than likely, you're shooting the cheapest match grade bullet. Not necessarily match, but you're not match grade. You're shooting the cheapest ball ammo with not hollow points, not something that you're worried about over penetrating through. So, everyday carry bros, not Glocks, P320s, P365s. And I'll be honest with you, I always thought the P320 was a handsome pistol. I like the grip angle. The trigger is weak on it. I don't like the trigger. I hate the feeling of that trigger. But everyday carry bros, so much better options. So much better options for the same price as a Glock. People are like, oh, my Glock, it's retail $7.99. Yeah, but we can go to any store and pick it up for $500, man. I mean, my Glock 34 MOS, okay, nobody cares. Nobody cares. While I'm every day carrying a Glock 19, I'm going to upgrade to the 19X. If you're not happy with the 19, you ain't going to be happy with the 19X. There's not a big upgrade, man. Not a big upgrade. Like I said, I've been around these people. These people really do exist. They really are out there. Even in the boot community, there's these JK bros. I love JK boots. I have a pair of JK OT Pros. They've not been bad. I don't like them as much as I do my Franks. I don't like them as much as I do my Danner Queries. Or some people say Corys. Corey is a name. It's Query. Query. Because you're a query. Oh, can't say that. Anyways, just sitting here BSing. It is what it is. If you don't like it,